Hi guys, today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be tuning into an image that you choose with your intuition, and I'm going to use that image to channel messages from your higher self or your guides, anything that you need to know right now. So I invite you to pick from these images. There is a red balloon, a heron, and the sun. I felt into all of these intuitively. It's why I picked them for this reading. I find it a lot easier to tune into images and just close my eyes and channel rather than using cards. I feel like for me cards are a bit of a distraction and it's hard for me to look at a camera and also tune into spirit. So let me know what you think of this new format, if it works for you. You won't see me during the reading. I just find it easier that way to not have to focus on a camera. Let me know what you think. Do subscribe for more readings from me, and if you have any reading requests, you can write those in the description box as well. I really hope that this reading supports you today. You have chosen image number 1, the red balloon, so I'm going to tune into this image and use it to channel messages from your guides, from your higher self. Things that you need to know, things that are here to support you. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest, as this is a general reading. So I invite you to close your eyes and just give yourself a moment to tune in to the words that are coming through. So as I'm tuning into this image of a red balloon, I'm just closing my eyes and finding the energy. I'm seeing this image of monkeys, and it's like they're playing with this red balloon and jumping around, jumping out at you. And there's a very playful energy coming through. And what I feel Spirit is sharing with you is the desire for you to open up to more fun and enjoyment in your life. I feel like you really need this. And I feel like Spirit's saying if you go out and you're open to just spending some time for yourself, finding a sense of joy, you will notice that situations come to you where you can find joy, you can find just a sense of really letting go and allowing yourself to relax. Because it feels like you have had a lot of heavy burdens on your shoulders. It feels like you haven't been allowing yourself to relax. And I'm getting the sense that your life recently has been very busy. And for some of you, there have been major changes. I'm getting something around your home environment that's coming through here. And it feels like you've been juggling lots of different things. Spirit's saying that you don't want that energy of having a lot to handle, managing a lot. You don't want that to continue. And I'm feeling that it can be a pattern that you get stuck in where at times you may have a lot of responsibility. And then it feels like after that season has ended, you can take that energy and carry on with it and apply it to different areas in your life. So you can, even though you may not have as much to handle, you may have quieter periods, you can still feel quite stressed. And for some reason, I'm continuing with this image of these monkeys playing, and I'm seeing them eating bananas. I'm being shown it looks like you're eating a fruit salad or something like that. It's something where, and I'm seeing you just relaxing. I'm seeing that your body is totally relaxed, and I'm being drawn to your solar plexus and being shown that your body is totally relaxed. And Spirit's, I think, sharing that it's really important to give yourself the space to truly relax, to really let go, to not just do something that sounds relaxing, but to really allow yourself to completely let go and feel relaxed. I'm getting the word grandfather. There's something here coming through about a work ethic, having a hard, challenging work ethic. So again, there's a message about working too hard, pushing yourself too hard. I don't know whether this is something that may have been passed down from a grandfather, because that was the energy that this grandfather figure was coming through with. I'm seeing something black and shiny. I feel as if initially I was seeing a black car, then I was seeing kind of a silver spoon. Something black and shiny, could even be black paint. When you open a paint can, there's something that's reflective. This is interesting. So now I'm being shown your creativity, and I'm seeing black polka dots. So all of these images may not resonate with you, but one or two of them may, and that's just an extra sign for you in this reading. But I'm being shown that you have quite a unique, you're visually creative, and you have quite a unique way of expressing this. And I'm being told that there's something that you have in mind that's an expression of your creativity, but there's a slight hesitation in doing it. I feel like you're a little concerned about actually taking the steps to fulfill your creative potential. And the way that I'm being shown it is that you have creativity where you have something that's quite unique, a different way of doing things. It might seem to you unconventional, and this is holding you back. So I feel like Spirit's saying this is really, the word that I'm getting is freedom. It's a way to find freedom in your creativity, because if you can allow it to come through you, you will find something in that really elevates your spirit and your sense of joy. I feel like Spirit's saying don't weigh yourself down by trying to be like other people. And I'm seeing a red cherry. They're sharing lots of images that are really meant to just make you smile. It's almost like, the red balloon as well. It's just sort of fun objects, fun images, and things that would really lift your spirit. I feel like this is what Spirit is saying that you need right now. And I'm getting some kind of slapstick comedy in my head of someone slipping on a banana skin. So we had that image earlier of a banana skin. I feel like Spirit's saying, have you watched any comedy shows lately? Have you watched anything that makes you laugh? And they're encouraging you to just get into that habit of making yourself laugh, of being creative. I'm feeling quite emotional as I'm sharing this. There's a lot of emotion that's coming through. It's just about, I feel like Spirit's trying to say, you know how to make yourself happy. You know what you need. These are quite accessible ingredients, watching a comedy show or watching something that's going to make you laugh. And Spirit's saying it's just about making sure that you do these things, that you engage in these things that really uplift you. I feel as if there's a part of your mind that tells you these things aren't real life or these things aren't important, but they're very important because they actually boost your mood, and that once you boost your mood, your actions change and you feel more outgoing, you feel more confident. So I feel like Spirit's also just showing me a tree and sitting under a tree. Maybe this is something that you enjoy doing, something else that you could do to just relax. I feel like Spirit's saying just kind of go towards the things that bring you joy and that have brought you joy in the past. And I feel that this is your message today, image number 1. So do subscribe if this has been supportive for you. Let me know in the comments how you feel after listening, and I hope to read for you soon. Image 2, you have chosen the heron. So we're going to be asking what your higher self and spirit guides need you to know. And I invite you to close your eyes and tune into your intuition as you're listening to this, because as it's a general reading, it may be that not every message resonates, so I really want you to be in touch with your intuition so you can feel what's relevant for you. I'm going to tune into this image of the heron so I can channel messages for you. There's a real elegance that I'm picking up with this image of the heron. It's a very elegant bird, and there's a power and a sense of independence, but what I'm feeling, Spirit is using this bird symbolically, is that this heron, as much as it knows what it has, it knows how beautiful and powerful and elegant it is. Sometimes it feels like it wonders what it would be like to be among a flock of birds, or maybe be part of the pond life, that it might sit next to a pond, but it feels a little bit different from the creatures that it's surrounded by. It feels like it wonders why it's independent. It wonders why it's not more similar to these other creatures that may be smaller, furrier, they look different. And I feel like Spirit's sharing this imagery with you and sharing that perhaps on a subconscious level you are feeling like this at the moment. And Spirit's saying, if you are this heron sitting by this pond, why do you keep sitting here? You could go and find some other herons to spend time with. And I feel like this is really the key. It's about not trying so hard to fit in a place where you don't feel as if you fit in. Trying harder and harder is going to drain you of energy more and more. And Spirit's saying really the first step is just acknowledging this truth, if this is feeling true for you. It's not about thinking about it and trying to figure out a solution. It's simply really recognizing the truth of the situation and giving yourself the space to process it emotionally and mentally. And you may have a spiritual practice or a healing practice that really supports you in doing that. And I'm feeling like Spirit's saying, if you just allow that truth to be there for you, okay, this is not my environment, then at some point when the time is right, you will be guided to discovering a more suitable environment. But there's no pressure to figure it out. I feel like Spirit's saying really the first step is to just acknowledge the truth of it and allow yourself to process those emotions, those feelings. I'm also just feeling for you that this environment, I'm not sure what this represents in your life, but I'm being shown that it's impacting other areas. It's impacting your outlook on life. Trying to fit in into one certain environment, one particular environment, is impacting the way that you're seeing everything. You're perhaps questioning everything, whereas I feel like I'm feeling it like it's more likely to be something like that's not very close to your heart. It's more like acquaintances, or maybe something where you're studying, co-workers. I'm not sure, but it doesn't feel like it's people who are very close to you, but it feels like, your daily life. I feel like Spirit's saying, develop the courage to look elsewhere and develop the courage to just look around and see who's around you, somewhere else you could spend your time, or spend your time with someone you could spend your time with. Because when you're in the right environment, I'm getting this image of the heron fishing. When you're in the right environment, things will flow. And it's not just about, I suppose the message is not, it is about finding the right environment, but it's equally about not trying too hard. If you just feel like something, you can't put your finger on it, but something doesn't feel right, don't try again. Just allow that this is not the place for me. Maybe it's not the friendship for me, the friendship group, whatever it is. And I'm being shown in time as well. So I'm seeing this heron making friends with an otter. And I feel like the message symbolically in this image is that in time, once you've seen yourself, seen who you are, and you have what you need, you will be able to connect to those other creatures in that pond, but you will be doing it from a place of knowing yourself rather than wanting to be like someone else or wanting to fit in. And it's also, I feel Spirit is just saying it's completely normal, and it's, this is how we are as humans. So don't blame yourself for not realizing this if this is resonating with you. There's something work-related, creativity-related, work-related that's coming through. I feel like you have a strong desire. I'm seeing a notebook, and this can simply symbolically represent some kind of endeavor that you have in mind that you want to do. And I'm feeling like there's a link in some way to allowing yourself to be who you are for this creativity to really come out fully. I feel as if it can't. So the creative project or desire or work project, whatever it is, this desire itself almost has a life of its own. And for the energy to really be able to manifest, it needs a certain environment, and I'm being shown like a certain support. So it needs to be grounded in a sense. It needs to be able to kind of stand on something. It needs a foundation, and once that foundation is there, it will be able to thrive. And I feel like that foundation energetically is you recognizing who you are and seeing who you are. I'm also being just told that I don't know whether you have some Aquarian energy, or maybe the 11th house is quite prominent in your natal chart, but I'm being shown this, the energy of Aquarius, and I'm being shown it in a particular way of meaning that you can have many different areas of life that you enjoy. You might really like many different kinds of people, and being multifaceted is something that really suits you. So I'm being shown that in some areas of life you might be really traditional, and in other areas you might be really pushing the boundaries of what we know about in life. Just allow yourself to be many different things. And I feel like this relates also to what we were talking about initially, which was trying to fit in. It all feels like it's related. So I feel like Spirit's just saying, you're meant to be the way that you are. And I feel like what needs to happen is you need to allow yourself to be unique or different in certain areas, the ones where you feel that desire. Just allow it. There is a little bit of a similarity here with pile number 1. I should say image number 1, so you might want to check out that reading as well. But I really hope that this reading has supported you. Let me know in the comments, and subscribe for more readings, and I'll speak to you soon. Image number 3, you have chosen the sun, and I'm going to be asking what your higher self and spirit guides want you to know. As you listen to this, I invite you to close your eyes and tune into your intuition, because this is a general reading. It may be that not every message resonates with you, so I really want you to be in touch with your intuition as you're listening to this. I'm going to tune into this image of the sun. I'm immediately feeling a sense of grief coming up. I'm also feeling an interesting relationship to the idea of time. I know that sounds very abstract. I feel as if you're either experiencing or thinking about time passing. You may be processing something here. And I was seeing the sun on the horizon, just coming up as the day dawns. And in some ways I feel like you're looking towards the future. It feels as if you know what is coming in the future. It feels like maybe you've made plans or something's happening that you're looking towards. And at the same time, you may be thinking about the past. And the way that I'm seeing it is as if time is being stretched out, almost like a piece of dough. It's just being stretched out, and I'm seeing you contemplating time and life. I'm feeling like you're slightly anxious at the moment. It feels as if your awareness or your consciousness has grown in some way, and you're not really sure what this means. I feel like it's like you've opened up maybe on a spiritual level, but you're not really sure what this means for your day-to-day life. I feel like Spirit is inviting you to ground your body, to make sure that you are exercising if you can, or eating well, really taking care of your physical health. There is something that's opening up in your life, and I do feel like it's trying to ground. It's a process of grounding. It really feels like more of your higher self or your soul is grounding into your body. And this is quite a challenging process in some ways, because you might feel quite different at times than you have in the past. I feel like Spirit's sharing something about Christmas, so it feels like by Christmas time something will have shifted. Maybe you're going to feel more grounded by this time. It just feels like this thing that you're going through at the moment will have changed. I do feel like you feel overwhelmed at times, and this is why Spirit's saying just try to ground yourself, get outdoors, focus on the root chakra, maybe in a meditation. Make sure you're eating well to really ground your body as much as you can. Be in your body. Try not to overthink. I'm also I'm getting this message from Spirit, which again is quite abstract. And the message is that this is very out there, so I'm just going to say this. It feels like you've processed grief, and in some way you know that you've already processed it in the past, but you're also experiencing it in the present. And I feel like Spirit's sharing this message because it on some level, Spirit feels like this will make sense to you and help you understand what you're experiencing. So it's almost like you're aware of the past, the present, and the future all at once. And I'm feeling like this is possibly how your consciousness is expanding and why it's feeling a little strange at the moment. I feel like you're wondering whether things are going to be really different in the future. And now I'm being taken back to the past again. And I feel like spirits, I'm literally seeing this wheel turning around, and as it turns, it goes into the future, and then it comes back into the present, back into the past, then into the future. And I feel like Spirit's sharing that certain things in life are not happening because of the grief that you are carrying. But as this starts to heal and to ground, things will start to shift, and actually more things will start to materialize and manifest in your present. And I feel like Spirit's saying just watch the process, just allow it to happen. There's nothing you need to do apart from taking care of yourself, just to support yourself in feeling grounded. Just allow things to be. I do feel like you will start to feel a lot more yourself, and I feel like this is going to be an ongoing process for a while. But there's just a lot. I just feel like your energy body and your aura is really releasing a lot and integrating and processing, and it's all happening energetically. And this is why Spirit's saying just ground, just be present as much as possible and allow this to happen in the background. And I'm feeling more joy coming into your life as this process happens. Just nothing unusual, just feeling more joy every day, being open to more joy, and really understanding whatever it is you're processing, how much this has impacted you. But it will happen quite gently, I feel. Spirit's also sharing to open up more to your intuition. I feel like they're saying you're very gifted in this area, and I'm being shown you looking at the clouds or the stars. That could help, just maybe going outside, looking up at the sky. I feel like Spirit's sharing this is really how you're going to be living your life, through your intuition. And I'm being shown things kind of breaking off. It's almost like I'm seeing, I think it's Minecraft. It's like that kind of world. And it's like parts of the world are sort of breaking off. And it's like it's like your life's going to become a lot more intentional. This is the way that I'm interpreting it. It's like really just things that you need are going to be in your life. All of the fluff, all of the noise. I feel like this has possibly already happened, but I feel like you're going to be more in tune with your life. It just feels like every part of your life, every moment of your day is very intentional. There's nothing unnecessary in it. And this could be interpreted, like, I want to kind of bring this back down to earth a little bit. This could be like, instead of commuting for 2 hours a day to work, you work from home or you work nearby. It's that kind of, like, there's nothing extra, there's nothing unnecessary. All of the fluff, all of the noise is just going to be not present anymore. And again, I do feel like this could have already happened as a process, but I feel like you're going to be more in tune with it. So I really hope that this message has supported you today. Do subscribe for more readings, and I look forward to reading for you soon.